Well, it's now been 1 week since the initial deadline for a judge to issue a decision in the Trump civil fraud trial, a self-imposed deadline. And we might now be looking at an even greater delay.
That's right. The New York judge is looking into reports now that former Trump Organization CFO Alan Weisselberg lied on the witness stand and could plead guilty to perjury.
CBS News investigative reporter Graham Kates has been following this trial. He's here for us in Studio 57. Good to be talking to you, Graham. So remind our viewers, what is Weisselberg's role in this case?
So Alan Weisselberg, he's the former CFO of the Trump Organization. And back in October, he was in the midst of a multi-day testimony. He was called by the state in the case, but he's also a defendant in the case. And then really abruptly, his testimony ended when we were expecting it to continue on for several more hours. And the morning that it ended, Forbes had published a story saying that earlier in his testimony, he had lied. He had indicated that he had little to do with the valuation of Trump's famous penthouse triplex apartment in Trump Tower. And Forbes said, we have emails going across several years that show that he was instrumental, that he advocated for this inflated valuation, what we now know is a drastically inflated valuation, over the course of years in many emails with us. And he was lying on the stand. And now what we know is that there are some sort of negotiations with the Manhattan District Attorney. So remember, this is a case that involves the New York Attorney General. It's civil, but the Manhattan District Attorney looked into it, which is a criminal office, right? And they're having negotiations for him to enter a guilty plea to perjury for what he said on the stand. And so what the judge's thing here is, if he lied on the stand on that one matter, the judge may say that his entire testimony over the course of days wasn't credible.
And let's remind viewers that Trump was already found liable for fraud in this case. This issue is really what the penalty would be, what the financial penalty will be. So if Weisselberg lied as part of his testimony, how might it impact what the judge ultimately determines?
Okay, it's very important. He's one of the defendants in the case, and he was an executive at the Trump Organization, which it and a bunch of its entities are defendants in the case. And what we've had over the last couple of weeks are two instances where the judge can point to kind of an ongoing pattern in the middle of the trial of continuing falsifications. The first is him potentially lying on the stand. And the second thing is that a special monitor who's been overseeing the company since that fraud finding reported that there were continued, whether it was miscalculations, missing information, other discrepancies in their finances leading up through this case. Wow. So now the judge who's deciding what to do with this company and with a lot of Trump's money can point to these issues that arose during the trial itself.
Well, speaking of Trump's money, Trump plans to appeal the $83 million in damages that the jury awarded E. Jean Carroll in that defamation case. Do you expect a similar strategy in this case, regardless of the outcome?
Yeah, on the second day of the trial, someone involved in his legal team said that they expected this to be won through appeals. So they've been planning from the beginning that this is going to be appeals.
All right, Graham Kates covering all of this. Great to see you outside of the courtroom for once. Thanks for joining us.